EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Mexico City Conquistadors and our home team. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go now. 10 logo.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Good.
Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that?
Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Win. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Championships, baby. Switch.
80 weapons. Yes.
All day, baby, all day.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10.
Now.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That's how we do, D.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
61. Matchbox lights.
Crack no. Kill.
Go.
Turn it up. Hey, check.
Deep rip.
Here's Wynn. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Charlie. Yep.
Motion.
On first and 10, Alford. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
Run the mic. Watch one. Watch one. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey. Ready?
On first down. Win. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
6-6. Pull it high.
It's going to be a long day. Jack. Kill.
Hey, Alpha. Yo, go. Hit it.
From the gun, Alford. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Watch twins.
X3. 218. Chopper. Five.
On 3rd down, Win. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Let's go.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Desmond King making the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 27-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Watch the safety creep. 58, come on.
46.
Army. Wahoo. Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Come on. We better. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Running with Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Get out there. Stay 47.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, switch gears.
Kamara trying the right side. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And down to the 27-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Prescott looks to throw on first, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Prescott. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Here we go. 51. Hey. Switch.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Kamara trying again. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Alvin Kamara, touchdown number 15 of the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point safely through. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Gets around him. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 18-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hey, Haywood.
Hey, check Michael Allen. Check Michael Allen. He can't hang.
Get it.
2nd and 5. Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for L.A. 51 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
They'll run on first down. Red. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On second down, Eckler. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Now a toss play to Eckler. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. When it's first and goal from that close inside the 5, do you like running the toss or pitch to the outside?
I think some teams feel like they have a little more room and it enables them to do that. But I know flip it over to the other side. You just read one key and you go. You don't worry about a second move and getting hurt that way. Go get it right now, and that's exactly what they did and caused the loss.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Greystone, travel.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Sure.
It's just me and you. Hey, check.
Operating from the gun. Alford. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Cleveland Farrell in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It's 4th and goal.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
A 30-yard attempt.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We do know that they are postseason bound, but they're leaking a little oil, so to speak, as they kind of limp into January.
Yeah, and that oil can set fire to their season, can't it?
Look at that.
See what I did there? But here's the thing that we've both seen in the NFL. Teams down the stretch playing really well. Sometimes it doesn't carry over into the playoffs. Sometimes teams that aren't playing well now, if they have good leadership at the head coaching spot and the coaching staff and within the locker room, they can find a way to turn it around. But no one wants to be on a losing streak as they head into the playoffs.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now with the play clock almost gone, Sean McDermott's going to call for a timeout, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
First down, Prescott. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On the ground, Kamara.
But think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. On the ground, this is Kamara. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the Chargers' 8-yard line.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They come out here in the eye. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on third and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does.
He's got a man complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make, because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. Going deep this time for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did.
And Kamara has it stripped and picked up by the Chargers. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Check, 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 check. Shift, shift.
Yes. Five.
Running on first down, Eckler. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Ready,
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
65,
General West.
65.
2nd and 11. This is caught. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Prescott on first down. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Check, check.
We're going to 54. Right here. So we're going to 53. 26.
To throw is Prescott. This is Miller, complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A give to Kamara running right. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Right there in the middle, 55. You go 47. You gonna see me in your nightmare. 55, Mike 55. Get ready, get ready, get ready. 26.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. Finding room inside the 40. And down right around the 37. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go 47. Here we go 46. 58, come on. Yo.
Prescott. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And on now is the punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
60 out.
The Charger drive about to get going.
80 weapon.
Sponge. No. Kill.
Go.
Wide motion. Hey, check.
Let go.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Sometimes The running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter.
Here we go, set, 30 base.
Here we go, D. Hey, check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen. Check. Check 24, check 24.
Hey, zoom. Yep.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Alford, and he'll find Hall. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
You. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
61, matchbox, lights. Hey.
Motion. Hey, check.
Now.
They go play action here on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch one.
And here we go. Speed grip.
Throwing again. Alford. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made. And we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This is taken at the 18. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Kamara. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check. Lucky. Go. Over 154. 1 in. Safety's creeping.
Throwing. Prescott. Going deep for Hopkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
The Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6. 18,
Mike, 18. Hey, keep it up.
Hey!
18's the Mike. I got him, Mike.
Smooth.
Back to throw. Alford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Recon, 132 fighter. 5. Man. 5.
2nd and 15. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Chargers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15.
18, Mike, 18. Rip right.
Go.
18's the Mike. I got it.
From the gun, Alford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, kill. 47. Good.
All right. Let's go, D.
Let's go 47.
Hey, let's get there. Come on.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5.
Against the mic. Quit talking about it and bring it. Bang, 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 bang.
Here we go, 46.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Stop your body.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Mexico City.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 41 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point forthcoming. And that makes it a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, Echo.
12. Mike 12. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Mike 12. Mike 12. You're trash.
2nd and 6. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Again, it's Kamara. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. This is Bawden. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one, a first down pickup of 8. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Shreds the tackle. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. Check.
Coming left is Kamara. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here we go, 46.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on here to punt it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Set, ready, and roll.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Mexico City, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the home team here, despite the loss here, they're going to wind up with a very good 11-5 overall mark. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody. Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Atlanta Falcons. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Check three, check three, check three.
Now it's Rosen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, but it'll be second down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed. All week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. Rosen will throw, and he hits Drake. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start.
Hey, Urban. Come on, dude. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Pick me up. Here we go. Mike, 55.
Out of the gun. Here's Josh Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 16. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
Got it. Motion. Reset. Check 52. Hey, Tuesday.
Here's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Check. Mike 52. Gun.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now a give, right side. It's Hines, and he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now it's Ryan. He's got the first down inside the 10. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 55. Hey, South.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Rosen back into his end zone. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Check out.
Throws it from his end zone on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Taking it about the 36. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Hey, Tuesday. Here we go. Here we go. 58. Bravo. Got it.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peters. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now it's Hines. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down. Let's go.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Taken down back at the 15-yard line.
Ready. Back 25.
No score after one on EA Sports.
Ready, blue 80. Check.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's 3rd and 16.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Ryan. He's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. DJ Chark, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Push him back. Push him back. Switch. Hug. Check.
Hey, alert. 25, check time.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. It's third down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, check right. Watching you fire. Hug.
Long day. That's gonna be a long day. Rush in.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return.
First down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the twist. Slam.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Falcons' 39-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Running, it's Drake. Room here to run. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good.
Yeah.
Backside guys,
meh.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
First foray into the red zone for Miami. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Protein spill.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Rosen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. They begin the drive with Hines. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. This is Hines. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3rd and 2, now Ryan. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. On 1st down, Drake. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. That one good for 33 and a 1st.
Hey, we haven't been around the entire time football's been played, but we have studied our history, and there have been some great backs who've been accused of running out of bounds to protect themselves. Well, back in the day, many people didn't like that. But nowadays, take care of the football, show some intelligence, live to fight another down.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Ryan. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to... Press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, hold on, shit, 55, come on. Watch the run, watch the run. He's coming, double up, double up. He's coming, double up. 6 guys, check 6 guys. Get there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Monday. SOS. Check 3, check 3.
Running from the shotgun with Drake. Now Drake loses the football. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
At the 4-yard line.
Watch the boot. Check. Switch. Check.
On 2nd down now. It's Drake. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
14. Falcons 7. Over
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On first down, Hines. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 40-yard line.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
51.
Mike,
51, down.
Drop deep. Check.
And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready.
Check 52 to Mike.
Go, tackle, let's go. We got this. Myself.
52.
On second and 12, Ryan. That's complete to Slayton. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Kill.
Check.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Ready.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Keep it up, guys. Space. Mike 52, Mike 52. Here we go. Pick it up.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Get ready.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter.
Tighten up. Watch the safety creep.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Right there, look, 55. We got it. Big Ed. Hey, switch gears.
To throw is Rosen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Mike 55.
Hey, Delta.
Let's go, D. 55's Mike, guys, 55. It's been a long day for you. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Get that.
Here's Rosen to throw. Oh, Rosen is stripped of the football. And the Falcons grab it. Look at the big man rumble. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, the laughter in film is going to be intense. You are going to get jumped on for not making it all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to run with Hines. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Got it.
They run again with Hines. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Nyheim Hines, touchdown number 15 of the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
Well, someone wasn't very happy about that game being tied up. They came right back at him with a big-time return. They want to get back out in front as fast as possible.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Rosen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now it's Rosen looking, escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Grant. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Now Ito Smith. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey.
On 3rd and 2, Ryan. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. So, boys. That's already the third they'd burn here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter.
Check 55, Mike.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't been gun.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
21! Hey, watch it.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike. Ready, blue 80. 55. 3 bud.
Hey, South. Ready to go.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
It's a gain of 18. That's another Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's keep moving. Base.
Here's Hines. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They run with Hines. A nice little juke. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Got 3 down.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Wait! Hey, Mike 52. Hey, South. Such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
On first down, Hines. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
25.
Coming. Check. Crunch.
54, South. Gotta go.
Now a give, right side. It's Ray, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
First down, Miami.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. On second down, it's Drake. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game.
He's checking. Cracks. Wide. Get wide. Shit.
Faking the give to Drake. Now Rosen. Oh, no, lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
He's checking crap.
Hey, free play.
Check 52's the mic.
Greystone, travel.
Two's the mic.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're probably about one big play from getting into field goal range. I'd go with a 2-deep coverage. Make sure my safeties are back to cover all of the field deep.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's caught inside the 20. He's in! Are you kidding me?
How do you get that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. Absolute bedlam. You can forget overtime. What a finish. And this crowd in a frenzy.
As well they should be. That's the type of ending that you actually pay money to see. And when it turns out in your direction, oh, yeah, you're feeling real good about that one. Let's face it, there are a few people who traveled to see their team. They're not happy, but overall, this crowd is loving what they just saw.
Well, that was a fun game to witness, partner. A touchdown there at the very end to win this thing.
And that's really where the emphasis is, right? The touchdown to win it. I know that they put a little on top, right? What's your favorite dessert? You know, what do you put on top of your favorite dessert?
You put whipped cream. Maybe a cherry.
There you go. The whipped cream, the cherry, whatever you want to talk about, that's what they put on it. But the story, the touchdown to win it, that's how they got it done.
So for Atlanta, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.